Hearing a sound coming from outside, they looked out and saw 5 pairs of glowing, greenish-yellow eyes staring back at them from the woods.
Dogman, the canine cryptid we've all come to know and fear. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Brookster Watches. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a very special Memorial Day compilation of dogmen and dogwomen across the United States. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do upload these videos very often. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a walk into the forest.
Ready to attack anyone whose morals have started to slip. It's the Louisiana rugaru.
The rugaru is Louisiana's version of the werewolf.
It's bipedal, it's torso heavy, canine head, the dog-like ears, anywhere between 6 to 9 feet tall. Brown fur, or gray fur, sometimes black.
Just very tall, upright wolf stalking the swamps at night.
In the swamp, there's something standing up on the bank over there. There you are.
Oh,
look how tall, bruh. Just wanted to show y'all what the rugaru is.
This is a type of a creature that is seen as a shapeshifter.
It has the body of a man, but the head of a wolf or a dog.
Like their brethren, the werewolf, the rugaru is able to conceal its identity as a human during the day. But at night, this hairy brute transforms into a violent predator that's only after one thing: the blood of an ill-practicing Christian.
Most famous mythical creature in each state. Michigan.
This is the Michigan Dogman. In Michigan folklore, the alleged dogman was witnessed in 1887 when a pair of lumberjacks chased a dog into a corner and poked it with a stick. When they poked it, it revealed itself to be some sort of man-dog hybrid. And like all good boys, the dogman was perfectly peaceful, but the woodsman still ran away in terror. He was described to be 7 feet tall, have blue eyes, and have a howl that sounds like a human scream. Later in 1937, in Paris, Michigan, a man was attacked by 5 wild dogs, and he said one of the 5 dogs actually walked on its hind legs. And similar reports happened in 1967. According to legend, the Michigan Dogman actually appears every 10 years on years ending in 7. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. And this creature was unknown to the modern world until the late 1900s, but it's said to have been stalking the Manistee River since the days of the Ottawa tribes.
What state should I do next?
There's a beautiful national recreation area known as Land Between the Lakes in western Kentucky and part of Tennessee with 170,000 acres of thick forest and close to 300 miles of shoreline. The park also has more than 200 miles of walking trails for those who love to experience the great outdoors. The legend of the LBL Beast first started gaining traction in the early 70s in the town of Grand Rivers and was passed down through older residents who lived in the area before it was developed. While some view it as a myth or a legend, others are wholeheartedly convinced that the creature is real and can be found in the forests of the land between the lakes. The LBL Beast is an enigmatic creature that has captured the imagination of people for generations. Some people believe that the beast is a shape-shifting monster, while others believe it to be the spirit of a shaman who was punished for misusing his powers. However, the most popular belief is that it is a half-human, half-wolf-like creature that resides in the area. The Native Americans who lived in the region before the arrival of the Europeans had a rich tradition of storytelling and passed down many legends about supernatural creatures in the area.
Again is another one from Kentucky, the land between the lakes. I guess I'm just gonna name this Dogman, the land between the lakes episode. basically. But yes, it's Kentucky Dogman Encounter, ? And it's by What Lurks Beneath. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. This is a story.
An older gentleman in rural Kentucky claimed that back in the 1960s, he would get visited at night by a strange werewolf-looking creature similar to the rendition you're looking at. He says it came at night and claimed all of his chickens, and then turned its attention on him. It made several attempts to get into his house at night. He had to shoot at it a couple of times because it would...
Holy crap, boy, if that thing looked like that looked like some kind of Bram Stoker horror. Look at that. Nah, you talk about evil. I think them things, the ones that look like that, them are evil. Like, they are evil looking, bro.
Wiggle his door handle and try to get in the house. He thinks it was testing to see if he locked the door. One night while he was asleep, it tried to grab him through his bedroom window. He abandoned the property completely and chose to live with family until he could purchase land out of state. What do you think it was?
Make sure to go like
living alone in a cabin in the woods outside of Harrisburg, PA for almost a year now. And I've already had 3 encounters with the Dogman. People might think I'm crazy, but I know what I saw. The first time was late at night, and I was outside chopping wood. I heard a rustling in the bushes behind me, and when I turned around, I saw the creature standing there. It was about 7 feet tall, way taller than me. It had the body sort of a man, but covered in dog fur, and that head was 100% dog. Its fur was a sandy brown, and its eyes glowed yellow in the night. I froze, not knowing what to do, and it just stared at me, then turned and walked away. The second time I saw it was a few months later. This time I was out hunting, and I heard a strange noise coming from the opposite direction of where I was going. I followed the sound, and I saw the Dogman running through the woods.
Oh, hell no.
I was stationed on Fort Hood, alright? This was about 16 and a half years ago. This joker was 12 feet tall. Now, I'm an ex-50 cal gunner, understand that. I was mounted on an LMTV. And you know how the sunroof is in your vehicle? Like that there? That's how I was mounted. We was pulling late night fire watch. And so, you know, we usually hear the cows and stuff walking around. And, you know, around grazing and stuff. You know, about Texas Longhorns, you know, when you're in the field training, you liable to run across wild dogs, you know, stray dogs on the base. We liable to run across all types of crap. Cows running around, you know what I mean? But my battle buddy was asleep in the driver's seat, all right? My other battle buddy was over here on his Walkman or whatever he was doing, and I nodded him. I said, yo, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know? And so he looked through the thermal because I was already seeing the shadow. And when I seen this thing, man, stand up beside the tree, our guesstimation was 12 feet. Now, I'm going to tell you, we alerted our sarge. When we alerted my sarge, it was time to go. Water buffaloes packed up, LMTVs, Humvees, tents came down, everything. Let's go. Back to the base, back to the motor pool. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I tell you, this stuff is real. This stuff is going on. Our sarge said, hey, don't go around the base talking about this crap because you end up on the 5th ward. You end up on that 5th floor.
This is the most recent one I think I found. Little is known about the photograph other than it was taken in Texas. I don't know, guys. What do you think that is? Do you really think that's a Dogman? I mean, that's creepy regardless. It almost looks like a gorilla to me. But in East Texas, I mean, they get out of the zoo and stuff like that. So, I mean, very well could be. But I do see a snout. Like, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
Maine has quite a few reports of Dogman, but none are as fascinating as the one described from the Palmyra area. Eric and Shelley Martin had decided to move into a secluded farmhouse in Maine due to wanting to simplify their lives. Eric was an avid hunter most of his life, and as such he had amassed quite a collection of guns. Shelley wasn't a fan of firearms, so they came to the compromise that they would be kept in the barn under lock and key. After a year of uneventful nights, they started to notice odd things. One night while on the porch, the husband and wife saw odd white lights flashing in the forest. Assuming it to be poachers, Eric and his son Sean went out to investigate, but couldn't find anything. Later, their daughter Chelsea was walking in the woods with her boyfriend Nathan, along with their 2 hunting dogs, when the animals caught the scent of something and ran off. When they finally caught up with the dogs, they found them circling a large hole in the ground that appeared smooth, like something had dug it intentionally. Feeling uncomfortable about the situation, the pair returned home. Then on Memorial Day weekend, Shelley was making herself coffee for the evening when she noticed that her dogs didn't want to leave their cages. It was at this moment that Eric became uneasy with the situation and ushered his family inside. Hearing a sound coming from outside, they looked out and saw 5 pairs of glowing, greenish-yellow eyes staring back at them from the woods. It quickly became apparent that these beings were a pack of dogman-like beings, with some of them staying low on all fours, while others would walk on their hind legs. They were covered in dark brown fur, had a long muzzle, kangaroo-shaped legs. They had long claws and pointed ears that rose 3 inches above the head. Eric wanted to try to get the guns, but Shelley feared he wouldn't make it. They knew that they couldn't just sit in the house, so Eric decided to try to get to their vehicle and pull it up close to the porch. The creatures watched him as he slowly walked to the car. As he was about to open the door, one of them started to run at him, but the motion sensor light came on, and it appeared to startle the being, or hurt it, since it ran back immediately. Eric took this moment to run back into the house. The family called the police, but it was obvious that they didn't believe them. So after a few attempts to retrieve a gun failed, the group decided to huddle into one of the bedrooms, just hoping for daybreak. They claimed that all the while they could hear the creatures walking around their house, making odd growling noises that appeared to be some form of communication. For some unknown reason, the beings never tried to enter the house, and by daybreak, they were gone. When they checked for signs of the beings, they found many prints that resembled a huge dog with long claws in the grass and dirt.
Hunting the Hound of Cold Hollow. It's a short documentary on Vermont werewolf legends. So, it's by Black Hat Entertainment. Let's go ahead and give it a watch and make sure you go give it a like.
First time that I was actually, I'm gonna say scared. My cousin and I were going walking in the woods, and we lived on 5 acres of wood, and the back is all woods. And it's called the Dark Woods, or the Black Woods. Those are the names of the woods where we live. And everything is fern trees. So fir trees are dark naturally. And it's about 4 o'clock, probably around this time of year, probably October. And we're walking through the woods, and all of a sudden, we're young. I don't know, 6, and he's probably 8 or something like that. We hear a growl. We don't know where it's coming from. Have no clue where it's coming from. And we're just running, but now we have no clue where we're running. We don't know where we're going. We're just running through the woods, hoping we're going in the right direction to either a clearing, a field, the house, or the business that was not too far over. And we just ran our little hearts out and scared to death. And I always had nightmares in this house just because of that, you know, not knowing if it's back then, obviously when you're young, is it werewolves, is it Dracula, is it, you know, like anything like that. And we never really found out what it was, but it stuck with me for a long time.
Wow.
That's probably the first experience I've had feeling, I guess, scared or not knowing what is out there, actually.
You would be scared with that, wouldn't you?
This encounter was sent in by John and Stephanie from North Carolina.
Okay.
It takes place in Owl Creek, in the far western region of North Carolina in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
That's enough! Stop camping! Please stop camping!
Okay, we're leaving right now.
What the hell is that shit?
Oh, you
Look at it.
Okay, so it's something,
Try to zoom in.
a dog or what? Oh, la verga!
It stood up. And it was like just, I don't know if that was a person or it looked like almost canine.
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, la verga!
What in the heck? What in the heck? next one right here is not on YouTube, but Georgia Before People, that's I guess the name of the website, and someone actually mentioned this. I'll throw up the comment right here, and thank you so much for mentioning this. This is really, really cool. It is actually called the Mysterious Nodoroc Site in Winder, Georgia. Or Winder, I don't know how to pronounce it, my bad. The geological origin of a mold volcano located in Winder, Georgia is a mystery awaiting to be solved. As far as I know, geologists haven't ever studied this unexplained watery bog that erupted circa 1800. So it's like a muddy, boggy swamp area. Okay. And there is supposedly a wog, or a dog-like creature, werewolf creature, that lives in this said bog, okay? In Georgia, all right? And it says Georgia is in Barrow County, which is between Athens and Atlanta. And Nodoroc is a Creek Indian word meaning gateway to hell. Okay, so possibly a hellhound in this area. It's an odd natural boggy pond that uses the release of constant bluish smoke while bubbling. So yeah, it's like blue smoke or whatever. So right here is an artist rendition of the Wog, actually. It says, they believe that the volcano was protected by the Wog, a devil dog with red eyes and the head of a bear. So kind of like a werebear. Despite the cultural importance of the site, the Creek Indians sold the pond and the land around it to the English for 14 pounds of beads. Some early colonists made off with the altar, and now it's lost to archaeologists. So was this like a hellhound or something? You know, it's really, really interesting.
Which was taken by a man in California. It shows an unknown creature that resembles a large wolf or dog of some kind. The creature in the footage has since been named the Tehachapi Dogman. A cryptid hunter by the name of John Lisson, who lived nearby, saw this footage and decided to go and investigate this so-called Dogman. John has since gone missing. A 3-day search turned up nothing and came to an end. However, a kid was riding his BMX 1 month later, found a GoPro in the same parts as where John was said to have been last spotted alive. The kid handed the GoPro into the police, but not before one of the kid's friends saved and uploaded the only image that was on John's GoPro to the internet. This is that image.
What do y'all think of that? Listen to Dogman in Mississippi by Dixie Cryptid, and please go give this video a like.
Beast stopped feeding, and all movement that I could see the second before through the honeysuckle vines got real still. I took 2 or 5 more short steps back, and it raised up and it looked right at me. Its head now above the tangled vines, and I saw its true size. Before, it had been running in a low position. Now it was on 2 legs. I should have drawn my bow. I should have run. I should have...
Oh my God, that is a terrifying picture. But as we go back to the other video that we learned that the ones in Mississippi and along that area do look like the ones with the snouts and do have like the upwards, and I think they run both ways. Well, I think all of them can run both ways. I'm not sure about that. But like, yeah, I mean, these Mississippi sightings they're coexisting together. I mean, it's making sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the sightings and the actual physical descriptions of what they're seeing there.
Done something, but what does a man do when he faces certain death? That is the instinct that took over. I was about to die. I was about to be eaten and crapped out on the Mississippi mud with the doe in a day or two. I don't know what I did for the next 5 seconds because that is all the time that I had.
Well, everyone, what did you think of that special Memorial Day compilation of dogmen and dogwomen? Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen a dogman? Have you seen a Bigfoot? Anything cryptid, anything paranormal? Send it to me. You can email me or you can just leave it in the comments. Guys, as always, want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel. Guys, members, thank you so much for all that you do. You really do help out this channel. And if you want to be a member, it's only $2.99 a month. You get all of these special perks. You get your own badges, your own emojis. You get special access to vlog videos that only members can see. And plus, guys, it really does help out the channel. Guys, please have a very safe and happy Memorial Day. And of course, while you're out there firing up the grill and kicking one back, don't forget to honor our fallen troops and just have a special moment for them, okay? Wolfpack, thank you so much for dropping by and giving this video a watch. I will see you in the next. Bye!